All right, YouTube family. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the 401k, why I believe it's to be a scam, why it's what's keeping you trapped at the J O to B, and it's why you're not able to get ahead in life. So I did this video, I posted on TikTok, and this guy came at me. I didn't really care, right? I respect every single one opinion, and they want to duet, stitch the video. I don't really care, all right? But the real question comes down to is whoever it is that responds to it, the one thing you got to ask them, are they still stuck at the J O to B? Are they making the kind of money you want to make? Are they living the life that you want to live? Do they own their own business, or are they working for someone like a little beach because they invested in the 401k? Let me explain to you guys. So you guys, some of you need to understand this, okay? Because some of you, I basically said the 401k is what actually keeps you poor. It's what keeps you trapped, man, at the J O to B. And the guy was like, well, you can take, that when you quit at that certain job, you can move your 401k to another job. Dude, at the end of the day, you're still stuck at the J O to B. Okay, so the next question I want to ask you, who do you know? Who do you know? Okay, who do you know that is a millionaire, okay, that talks about 401k? Okay, who do you know? Who do you know that's a millionaire and they talk about retire with a 401k? Who do you know? I don't know anybody, bro. Come on, man. Shit. So what I'm also saying here is that it's extremely important who you listen to on social media, because everybody has an opinion, everybody has a 2 cents, everybody want to say, talk their shit. But the real question is, you got to back up your shit. Okay? You see, let me tell you why the 401k is not good. So when I was 19, I was working at this company. All right. And obviously they had the 401k plan. Dude, it's the biggest scam of the government. One of the biggest scam. And let me explain to you. So that company said, hey, if you put $100 in, right, then they will match you up to $100 only. So you can put in as much as you want. You can put in $500. Dude, but who work at a J O to B and can afford to put in $500 or $1,000 in their 401k per month? Who? All right. But this is what's keeping you trapped and what's keeping you poor, man. So the company, the reason they do this, man, is because they want to trap you there. You know why? Because every single time when you think about quitting and moving on, you'll be like, oh man, the benefit. Oh my God, my Medicare is paid for, right? Oh my God, my Medicaid or whatever it is, and they're giving me free money. Dude, but it's so basically company, what they do, man, is they put golden handcuff on you. And this is what business owners do. I mean, this is what we do to our employee, right? So when you find a good employee, how do you keep them? How do you keep them trapped? How do you keep on working for you? So they don't go off, right? Start their own shit, and then you have to now rehire, because that's what costs it. Company most amount of money is that damn time is hiring people, training people up, and then bam, all of a sudden they quit. Because imagine if you start a business and you hire someone, right? You train them, you give them all the time, and you spend the next few months to train them up, right? And then all of a sudden, bam, and then they quit, and then they go on and do something else. You got to start all over again, right? So what they do is the company's like, well, how do we keep them? Well, let's start giving them benefit. But the government is... Man, so when they're giving you so much benefit, giving you raise and all of that, and when you wanted to quit, you're like, oh man, I want to quit, but I can't quit. Because if I start over, it's hard for me to make this kind of income. It's hard for me to get this kind of benefit. Where can I go to find this? You see, so that way you get rid of all the thing about starting your own business. Having your own freedom. And because of this little, dude, this is what I call stepping over dollars for penny. So you're so worried about, missing out on that $100 that the company give you that you don't want to leave. And you see, when I work for a factory, right? 20 years ago, I didn't put any money. So Lon's the one who said, hey, don't put any money in the 401k. And all my coworkers said I was stupid. Because they said, Khang, dude, it's free money, man. Why don't you take it? I said, well, because that's not my game plan. My game plan is not to retire with the 401k. My game plan is, dude, I need to get as much cash in my pocket as I can and invest it now. I need today's money. I don't care about waiting until I'm 65 and live off the 401k. And a lot of them call me stupid. But guess what? All of them that call me stupid is still stuck at the J-O, the B. All of them. Because it's the mindset, dude. You see, because it's the mindset corrupted. It's the mindset trap. And here's what the government do. You see, school system create employee. You see, they don't want to create entrepreneur, man. They don't want to create thinker. And this is what Napoleon Hill was talking about in the book, Think and Grow Rich. He did not say work and grow rich. He said, think, my friend, think and grow rich. Because one idea that you execute on can make you $1 million, can make you a billionaire. We all seen it, right? Elon Musk is not in there doing the day-to-day work. So it's called Think and Grow Rich. You see, and school teach you to be an employee because they brainwash you and they want you trapped, dude. They want you to go out there and they want you to slave away until you're 65 so they can tax your money, man. So the government can take, because employee pays 30 to 35%. High tax bracket. Because they don't know about deduction. They don't know about tax break, tax benefit. They don't know about tax loophole. Because they don't teach you that in school. And the reason they don't teach you that, dude, is because they want to keep you poor, man. They want to keep you trapped at the J-O, the B, and working for the government. That's why 97% of the people, man, they're working for the government. And guess what? The government said, dude, it's not enough that we take tax out of their paycheck. Hey, we need to start this thing called the 401k so we can take more money out of their paycheck. So what they do, what the government is doing that, so the $100 you put in, right? They get to use your $100. Man, you're talking about how many million people in the U.S. So they take your $100 now, they get to go use it however they want, but you can't. Because the moment that you decided you want to take that $100 back out, they start taxing you on it. Dude, they start dinging you on it. You see, so basically their thing is they get to borrow your money with no interest. They get to borrow your money for free. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they get to use your money for free. They get to use it right now. They're taking straight out of your paycheck. But you have to wait until you're 65. Now the retirement age is up to like 67. And most people I know, man, I mean, my parents retired with the 401k. All they do is they depend on that so much. Dude, it barely gets my mom by. With inflation, with cost of living, if you guys haven't aware already, the things that you buy, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, man, dude, it's triple in price, man. With the cost of living, with inflation, dude, even if you retire with the 401k, you're not going to have a comfortable life. You still be struggling, man. You can't be popping on vacation. You can't go on vacation every single month traveling around. You can't. So all of you that are thinking about, oh my God, the 401k, dude, I'm telling you right now, if that is your game plan to retire, you'll be struggling until the day that you die. And why would you want to wait until you're 65 to be able to enjoy life, to be able to travel, to be able to do the things that you want to do? See, these are the one, this right here is the one for the people who wants to play it safe. Okay? The people who wants to play it safe. And most people, by the time they're 65, man, shit, you retire, you have nothing to do, you have nothing to look forward to, like, right? And you're not contributing anything to life. By the time you're 60, most people do 67, maybe 70. They got 5 years to live. And bam, they're gone. So you work until you're 65, giving the government all your money to stack in the 401k, and then you get to live 5 years. Just to enjoy that money. And you can't even enjoy it. Because it'll barely get you by. Like, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Okay, this is what keeps you guys trapped. So you guys need to stop thinking about that. Like, who do you know? Okay, and I did, And I say this in the video, but the guy cut it out because obviously he only wants to clip what he wants to clip, right? I said, who do you know? I mean, you guys, honestly, man, just answer me this question. Who do you know that retired with the 401k and that is paying them at least $20,000 a month? Who do you know, man? Just tell me. Who do you know? Who do you know that retired with the 401k and it's paying them 20 G's every single month? Because I do believe that in today's economy, and it will get even more expensive, 20,000 will probably give you a decent life. I don't care what states you live in, New York, California, whatever it is, but $20,000 a month can give you a pretty good life. But who do you know that retired with a 401k and they bring in 20K? None. Nobody. You see, that's why you got to think outside the box. And that's why only 1% to 3% make it to the top. They are a thinker. You see, school teaches you to be a drifter, to be a follower. That's what school do. They teach you to be a follower. But you got to cut the shit, dude. You got to become a thinker. That's how you get rich. You see, Lon and I are both high school dropout. I mean, dude, we are not the sharpest tool in the shed. We're honestly, man, when it comes to like books, I'm stupid. I will admit it to you, man. I'm stupid, dude. Probably one of the stupidest people you probably run into, man. But when it comes to the street, bro, dude, Lon and I was like, hey, we don't want to retire with $2,000 a month from a 401k, $3,000. Like, what kind of life can you get with that? We want to retire with $100,000 a month in passive income. That was our goal. And we're like, well, the only way to get there is all we knew, real estate. So we're like, well, why would we take our money and put it in a 401k that doesn't work, that's not aligned with our game plan? So we decided, let's go ahead and start do our real estate journey. That's where it all started, man. You see, if you want to play it safe, there's nothing wrong with working at a, like people keep on thinking like, Khang, don't forget where you come from. You know, you used to work at you used to work for someone too. I do know, man. You don't know. You don't know what it likes to born and raised in a mud hut. You don't know what it's like to grow up catching frogs for dinner. You don't know that you don't know if you're going to have a meal to, like what your meal will be like tomorrow. You don't know that. I do. Dude, the majority of you, you compared to me, you're brought up in a freaking middle class, higher class world. So don't sit there and say, well, Khang, don't forget where you come from. I know, man. Dude, you know, Lon and I drop out and we move into a little shed behind a mobile home park. But I'm telling you, dude, if you want to play it safe, right? If you want to play safe, dude, then yes, you want to do the J O the B, the 401k, all right? And then wait until you're 65. But a lot of you think this is safe. A lot of you think, oh man, this is safe until they let you go. Dude, until you get fired, then you whine and complain like a little bitch. Go out there, oh man, I'm struggling. I'm having a tough time. I just got laid off. I just got fired. Because you don't have a game plan. This is your game plan. Dude, you think your J-O the B is safe until bam, AI. And I'm telling you, dude, a lot of you, bro, if you're not increasing your skill set right now, in the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to see so many people, man, lose their jobs, go out of business. AI is going to take over. Let's talk about landscaping. Dude, I mean, we are seeing it already. There are robo AI that are cutting grass now. They can literally zone out, they probably can put initial. They probably can write shit on your lawn if you wanted to. You buy it once, you never have to pay them again. You know, and a lot of you content creator, like editor and things like that. Dude, everything, AI will catch up and wipe majority of you guys out. So which means you got to keep on amping up your skill if you want to freaking survive in this real world. And if you want to make more money than majority of the people, bro, you already know you got to hustle more. And so if you want to make a boatload of money, man, you cannot be afraid to take risk, because no risk, no reward. How many people that work at a company takes risk? How many employee do you know, employee that takes risk? None. Majority of them are afraid to take risk. And it's okay. And that's why they stay as a little beach. And a lot of you do, you got some money, but then you're afraid to invest it. You're afraid to invest because you're afraid to lose that 5K, 10K, 20K. But you never thought about, hey, what if I took the chance and then turned it into 100K, 200K, a million? You see, you only look at what you're losing instead of what you're gaining. You see, my friend, you cannot gain something without giving up something. Please understand this. And they don't teach you this in school, man. Listen to me. You cannot gain something without letting something go. You can't. And that's why for someone to change their existing lifestyle, like for someone to change their current life, for something that they think is better, you have to be willing to let this go. You have to let your old self, man, you have to let your old self go to achieve your new self. You can't keep the old you and get the new you. It won't happen. You know, and some of you, man, you want to learn business, but your professor doesn't even own or run a business. Just please think about this. You want to build a business, but your teacher, the professor, the people you learn from, the people that you're getting advice from, don't even have a business, don't even run a business. You want to make $1 million a year, and you're asking someone that's making $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year. How are they going to get you there when they've never been there? So make sure when you get your advice or your opinion, just making sure who it's coming from. You know, if you want to buy a Ferrari, you can't ask someone who's driving a Honda. Come on, man. Shit, bro. You know, if you want to own a Ferrari one day, you can't ask somebody that's driving a Honda how to own a Ferrari, man. They've probably never seen one. So it's very important. Okay, so Alan said, hey, Khang, I'm talking some real life stuff, man. I'm a Black American, and I know the struggle is real. It is real, man, out here. Dude, the economy is getting really, really tough right now. I want you guys to all to know this. And I'm saying this, it's not to scare you, but I'm saying this to let you guys know that, man, a lot of you are comfortable. You need to get out, dude. You need to increase your skill set now. Otherwise, watch, you're going to get wiped out. The economy is getting tough, man. People are more restricted. People are more like, they are now holding tight onto their money, and they will only spend on something that they're like, oh man, this is a must spend. It's going to get tough. And it's going to get even tougher. I've seen it already. So I was talking to a restaurant owner yesterday. He owns a Thai restaurant. He said in the last 3 to 4 months, his business has gone down about 20 to 30%. Dude, so which means you need to freaking hustle harder in today's world if you still want to make money. It's not going to be as easy as like 3 years ago. People are just making money left and right, crypto and everything, real estate's all. Dude, it's getting tight. All right? But when it's getting tight, it means that you just need to increase your skill set. You need to become better. That's all. Because when things get tough, man, only the real, true hustler was still standing. All the wannabe, all the softy, all the snowflakes, dude, will get wiped out. The last one, you know who that will be. Circus real, man. The 401k is a real joke and one of the greatest deceptions put on. Dude, I know. My parents, man, used to be like, oh. So I remember telling my dad and my mom that I was going to quit the JOB. At the time, I worked for the company for 8 years. I was making $30,000 a year. And this company, I was telling them all the benefit, right, that they were giving me. And I said, I'm going to quit. And my mom and dad said, I made the big, they begged me not to. Because my mom and dad were making $25,000 a year. And I'm here making $30,000. So to them, dude, I'm balling. And they're like, well, this is safe. You got this, you got this. Why would you want to do that? but because they didn't know that my game plan was to make $100,000 a month. You see, and I never share that with my parents. I wish. My dad is no longer with me, man. And the one thing I wish that if I can go back, well, not just to save my dad, but tell my dad, show my dad everything that I have done. Because that's all they wanted to me, man. I'm getting goosebumps. But the whole entire life, my parents just want to see me successful, so they can go out there and start bragging with their friends. I mean, that's just what Asians do, right? Because I get compared to my friends all the time growing up, and I was the worst of all. Like, I was like the guy that was not gonna make it. I was the guy that was gonna fail. Like, I was a failure in life, pretty much to my parents. Like, we're gonna compare like with the friends that I got. And I'm telling you, man, it's always the underdog. It's always the kids that were getting bullied in high school or making fun of. It's always the one that's not popular that end up to be successful. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. And you look back at your, like, I'm 40 now, but I'm looking back at all the popular kid in school. They grew up to be like addicted to drugs, alcohol, working out of regular jobs, barely making it by. I say 9 out of 10 that happens. So anyways, yeah, I mean, it's the struggle, man. It is real for sure. Okay, overall though, way better strategy, Khang, is using in real estate. Yeah, man. So for those of you who don't know, I'll share with you kind of my game plan on how Lon and I went from 0 to obviously $10 million worth, $10 million net worth. Let me share it with you. So what I do is, obviously, now a lot of you already know that I wholesale houses, right? So we make about roughly, let's just say $100,000 a month for my wholesaling business. Okay. So we take all of our active income plus my personal brand, my brand income, my personal brand income. Let's also say that's $100,000 a month. It's more. Okay. But let's just say that. But I'll take all my active income and then I go and then I buy real estate. So right now, Lon and I have 14 rentals. Okay. Currently, right now, we own about 14 rentals, and it brings me about $10,000 a month in passive income. That is net. That's after all expense, all the utilities, mortgage, everything is being paid. That's how much. So Lon and I only own 14 rentals, but we have a lot of cash reserve. So I would say that Lon and I are more cash rich than property rich. We could own way more property, but Lon, she wants to make sure that we can pay this off, pay down and pay off. So even though we own very little amount of rentals, but majority of them pay down, so we owe very little, and then our goal is to pay them off. So once we pay them off, our cash flow probably would, I would say, double for sure. Okay. So we don't want to, so Lon, she's not interested in owning a ton of property and not having, very little money in the bank and over leverage. Okay. So that's our game plan. So I want you guys to understand that first, what you need to do is you need to focus on your active income. And then eventually you want to deploy it and start building up your rental property, right? Start building up your wealth. Okay, so it's very, very important. But first, focus on your active income first. Focus on building that business up first. And I know some of you be like, well, Khang, I don't know what business to do. I've been watching you wholesaling. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get started. I will show you. Okay, all you need to do is go right here, my friend. All you need to do is go to, oh shoot, that's the book. Okay, well, I mean, let's talk about that too. Okay, you can go grab my book. All right, if you have Kindle, you can download it for free. If you want to buy the paperback copy, it's $12. Literally show you how to get started, or you can just watch this free training that I got for you. It's a 15-minute video. Okay, all you need to go to is go to WTMclass.com. 15-minute video. Break down exactly what you need to do and how to get started in wholesaling real estate. There you go. Okay. The info's there. The choice is yours. Now, nothing works if you don't. Dreams don't work unless you do. A lot of you have listened to a lot of podcasts. You watch a bunch of my YouTube video. You've read probably read my book too. And you need to ask yourself is, what have you done? Because results come from taking action. And a lot of you, dude, what's keeping you from making the money that you want to make is this. Action. You're procrastinating. You're not taking action, dude. You got to take actions to get to the money. Okay? And it's not going to be a straight line like this. It's not going to be a straight line. I'll tell you that. And you cannot wait until you have everything figured out, because you will never have everything figured out when you're starting out. You will never have everything figured out. What's going to happen is that you're going to take the leap of faith, believe in yourself, that you have the work ethic, that you have the determination, and you have the thick skin, right, to overcome all the obstacles. That is something you must believe inside of you. Because if you don't have that faith and belief, you're not going to make it. Because a little bit of wind will just knock you over. Knock you off your track, and then you bounce back to the J O the B. You bounce back to what you know. And then you miss out on what you could have. Okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to take the first leap of faith, and then bam. And then you're going to you'll be like, okay, wait, I got to do this. And then it's going to go like this. Like that. It's not a straight line. Even right now, so right now, my goal, for those of you who don't know, you follow me on Instagram, my goal right now is I need to get to $20,000 a day. So that's about $600K a month. Okay? I need to get to 20,000. So I posted on my IG. There are some days where I have already hit 20,000. I hit a 25K a day, but I wanted to do consistently, predictable. So my goal, which means there will be days where I have to hit 40K, 50K. Then I will average about $20,000 a day. That's my goal. And I don't know how to get there, man. So for some of you, you guys are just trying to get to $20,000 a month or $30,000 a month. So we're all at a different level, different stage of our life. And I'm sharing with you, I don't know how to get to this consistently, but I'm taking one step at a time every single day. And all of a sudden, someday there's a puzzle that just, bam, that things that just pop up that I think, oh, how did I not know about this? But that's what's going to happen. And then the people is going to come into your life. I just connected with someone in a mastermind where, bam, just help me make another extra, I would say $2,000, $3,000 a day. See, so things just start to happen, but you got to take that step first for things to happen. You can't just sit there and pray to God that, oh my God, Lord God, please help me. God does want to help you, but you got to have the faith to take the first step, and he will guide you. I promise you, he will. And everything that happens to your life, you just need to believe that it all happens for you, not against you. So when you're trying to do something and it doesn't work out, it failed, because maybe that's not the game plan that you want to play. So it's going to steer you in a different direction. I have so many stories that I could sit here and literally tell you for hours how everything happens for the right reason. So let me just give you this one story. Very powerful story. So Lon and I, when we were 20, we bought over the kiosk selling hair extension in the mall. And we were doing great at the kiosk, right? Lon and I were making, I think, between 10 to 15,000 a month from the kiosk. And then we did that, and things were going good. And Lon and I always wanted plan B, right? Lon's like, oh, I want to get into real estate. But we never pull the trigger because we're so comfortable, man. We're making so good money from this business that it's hard for us to leave it. And also one day, but we knew that business was not going to get us to the $1 million mark. Like we will never, ever make $1 million a year from that business. But we're so comfortable with it that it's hard for us to leave. And then one day the mall calls me in and said, Khang, there's someone that's coming in that's going to take over your spot because they're paying way more rent than you, and they open way more location with us than you. You only got one location with us, and you're paying cheaper rent. So they gave me a termination letter, gave me 30 days to vacate, get all of our stuff, and get out of the mall. And that was the last breaking points. And I remember driving home, and I said, God, why? Why us? Like the business is going so good. Why do this to us? And I was crying, dude, I was driving it. I remember clearly. I was crying like a little bitch driving home in my Honda. And I was crying because I didn't know what to say to Lon. Because I was like, dude, as a man, I was supposed to be protect and provide. I was supposed to make all the bad things go right. Like this was not supposed to happen. So I was like, how can I go home and explain this to my wife? And there's nothing I can do about it. And it makes me feel terrible as a man, man. I mean, that's just how I was brought up, you know. And I said, and I hate to see how Lon's gonna cry and be sad over this. And there's nothing I can do. But anyway, I go home, I told Lon about it, and we both cried. And we're like, God, why? Why this happen? Why us? I mean, what have we done wrong to deserve this? And dude, now you see, you can't connect the dots by looking backward. You can only connect the dots. Dude, it's giving me goosebumps telling you guys this story. You can only connect the dot, my friend, looking forward. So now looking backward, I mean, I'm sorry, you cannot connect the dot looking forward. You can only connect the dot once you look backward, right? You see all the things that happen. So now we knew why that has to happen. Because of that happened, Lon said, F the mall. And we went in and got into real estate. She starts searching for real estate. And then one day, Lon's like, hey, Khang, pull into Barnes & Noble. Came across a real estate book. And that real estate book, dude, led us to pay $7,000 to a 3-day seminar. That seminar led us to meeting our mentor. And that mentor led me to making $100,000 a month now. You see? So at that time, I should have said, why me? I should have said, thank God. Because sometimes you think your plan is good, but I'll tell you right now, man, my friend, God has a better plan in store for you. So to be honest with you, man, you know, when you start to see all the things that happen in your life, you start to not be so mad or so pissed off of things that don't go right. For example, I was driving in the freeway. For those of you who don't know, freaking a piece of wood came out of nowhere and I freaking hit it. Now, just to replace the front bumper, it cost me 35 G's. But I said, wait, thank God that wood came out. That's exactly what I told Lon. I said, Lon, thank God the piece of wood came out. I don't know. Maybe if that piece of wood didn't come out and I didn't hit it and pull over to check out what damage it done, maybe I could have got in a car accident. I would have passed away. Maybe this could have happened. But God made it happen because he has a better plan. His plan, the plan that he has that I don't know of, that I just gotta believe, have faith, trust the process, and just move forward and be happy. You see, dude, a lot of you, man, you need to get excited about your future. You need to get excited. Like you need to wake up and say, damn, I have another opportunity. Dang, God gave me another day. Because a lot of times, you know, we take things for granted because it's always been there, right? It's always been there for us, right? So we start to take things for granted. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure all of us can relate to this, you know? Like my dad. You know, I was brought up, you only understand this if you're Asian. And you got to be a very traditional Asian to understand what I'm saying. Throughout my life, man, until my dad passed away, I've never seen my dad kiss my mom even on the cheek. I've never seen my dad just hug my mom and say, I love you. It's just not the typical Asian things that we do. Yes, you say that you're in private, you know, in the bedroom, but not in public. That's why when you date an Asian chick that are like and their parents are traditional, you don't go over to their family. You don't hold her hands. You don't hug her. You don't kiss her. Like you don't do moochie shit in front of the parents. To them, it's disrespectful. Disrespect to them, and you're disrespecting their daughter. I mean, this is true. What I'm telling you is all facts. And I'm a very traditional guy, man. I'm a very traditional guy. You know, so So for me, man, I've never say the word I love you to my dad. And I wish. And I wish that's something that I could say to him. But that opportunity is gone. And when I was younger, man, when I was in my 19 to 18, 20s, I thought that my parent would live forever. Dude, I've never heard about so many people passing away until now. I tell people, as you grow older, growing older is not the worst thing. It's seeing the people that you love one by one just leaving you. That is the saddest thing. It's not growing older that's sad. And now, because of that happens to my dad, I now say it to my mom. I don't say it all the time, but I say it to my mom now. Because I don't want her to leave and never heard that coming out of me. But I know my dad knows that I love him. Anyways. Okay. All of a sudden, I don't know where I was going, man. Bro, is it easier to have a partner than being a one-man show? Paul, I'm glad that you brought this question up, Paul. So, Paul, when you go, I don't know why I talk about your name and I wrote Paul. So, Paul, there are people that have made it by themselves. Okay? That are just, hey, they don't have a girlfriend, they don't have a wife, went out there and still crush it. But I can tell you right now, dude, I wouldn't be doing what I do if it weren't for the wifey. I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't be the man that I am today if it weren't for Lon. And let me break that down for you. She's the one, dude, who got me out of my comfort zone. She's the one who helped unclay who I am. I was a very shy, insecure guy. But the reason why I was able to overcome all my insecurity and do all of this, man, is because of the love that I got for the wifey. That's it. And in my country, Paul, there's a saying, 1 + 1 does not equal 2. In my country, Paul, and I don't know, whoever it is that's Vietnamese, if you can translate this, great, because I cannot, maybe I can. So in my country, there's a saying, đồng vợ, đồng chồng, tác biển đông cũng cạn, which means husband and wife, when you guys are aligned, when you guys have the same goals, the same visions, the same dreams, right? Like you guys are on the same page. Like you're so in sync with your goal that you create this energy. And the thing is that you can really, literally move mountain, and you can literally empty the whole ocean when you two are in line. And that, Paul, I find to be very, very, very true throughout and I've seen it in other people. Because, Paul, who do you know, maybe on social media? Uncle G, Grant Cardone, look at his wife, right? There's another cat, right? My buddy, Pineda, his wife and him on the same page. That's why there's a saying, every successful man, there's a woman behind it. And that woman, man, has to be the right woman. If that woman is the wrong woman, I don't care. Dude, she can destroy that man. She can destroy your dreams. So picking the right partner is very, very important. And a lot of you underestimate, when it comes to that. Picking a partner, man, on your life journey, so important. To me, it's almost the make it or break it of your career. Because imagine if you found this woman that you love. I'm talking about love. You're like, oh man, I love this chick. But she's at home spending all the money you make. She doesn't care about it. She doesn't care about you, right? She doesn't care about your guys' future. And you love this woman so much. But every single dollar that you make, man, you make $1. She's out at home spending it already. And when you're out hustling, grinding, she's clubbing, partying, chit-chatting with all the guys behind your back. She has no loyalty. She has no, right? No loyalty. She's not honest. And when you're out there and when you're trying to fight this battle and you're trying to make the money and you're having to think, oh my God, what is she doing at home? Is she cheating on me? Is she doing things she's not supposed to do? Is she out partying, clubbing, spending my money? Do you see what I'm saying? So she's not a woman. She's still a girl. And you are a man. And look at, it's vice versa. You want to settle down for a family, but she's not ready. How can that be? You know, so, because you got to understand focus, man. Because when you go out there and when you try to fight the world, dude, it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of focus. And when you take your focus off just to worry about your girl at home, you can't make decision. Passport, bro. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So yeah, so in my country, man, if you two can both dude, you will crush it. You will dominate. Because at the end of the day, when you fail, she's there to like, hey, let's go. She pushes you. Or maybe she does something. You pushes her. It's like, dude, at the end of the day, bro, it's going to be lonely. And you two are cheering for each other. You're rooting for each other because you both want to win. You both want to hit this goal. You both want to hit this target. Because I'm telling you, man, some of my darkest days, beside God, Lon was there for me. No friends were there for me, right? My family, like, you know, obviously your mom and dad, but beside that, man, brother, sister, like, don't really care. You struggle, dude, you got to get yourself out. But it's the wife there that say, Khang, you got this. You can do this. I believe in you. Imagine if you have that person that when you fail, they say, you didn't fail. It was just a lesson. Imagine if you have that kind of support. You know what I'm saying? Like if you made a mistake and then you lost 10 G's and you go home and, you know, imagine you have a partner and be like, oh my God, you failed. Look at what you did. I told you not to do it. Yada, yada, yada. How does that make you feel? Come on, man. Shit, bro. Versus when you have the right woman that said, it's okay, Khang. It's only 10 G's. You did not fail. Those are lessons that you have to learn, Khang. So you don't lose out on $100,000. So you don't have to lose out on $1 million. You got this. I believe in you. We're in this together. We're fighting this together. And we will succeed. Regardless. And I will always be by your side to support you. To fight with you. You're not alone. You will never be alone. Imagine you have that kind of support, man. And you'd be like, dude, Khang, let's do it again. It's okay. We'll find a way to get that 10K back so we can invest it again and again and again. And I will do it with you until we make it to the top, Khang. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you have that kind of support, man. You'll be like, damn. Like, for example, like, Willie, you come home, you have a bad day. And then all of a sudden, you got the sweet talk, you know? Anyways, you guys understand where I'm coming from. But a lot of times, if you don't have a partner, man, you just have to be your own cheerleader. You just have to cheer yourself up. You see, that's why I believe, you know, you also got to be able to, like, if you cannot self-motivate yourself, it's hard for you to be an entrepreneur. Most entrepreneurs that I know, they're able to self-motivate themselves. That's number one. And they're more optimistic than pessimistic. Oh my God, holy cow. Also, my vocab got really big. I don't know where the hell that came from. You know, so they always kind of look at the good side, not just the bad side. But you also need to recognize what you did so you can learn from it. Don't just kick it under the rug. You see, you got to recognize what you did, but then you got to move on. You don't want to dwell on it, but you need to recognize it. Majority of you, like, you don't. So you see, if you make the mistake once, that's fine. If you do it again, the third time, dude, you're just stupid, right? So you got to recognize the mistake, but you got to move on. You cannot dwell, because every single time when you dwell on the loss, you dwell on the mistake, all it does, it makes you sad, depressed. It doesn't make you want to do shit. You don't feel motivated. You want to keep yourself excited. You want to keep yourself motivated. Make sense? Because that's the only way, man, that you get pumped to continue going, grinding, hustling, and getting to that money. Make sense? I hope all of this click within you. And I want to say that every single one of you have everything within you to win, to succeed. You just need to commit, and you just need to keep going. Because winner never quit. And we both know quitter never wins. Quitter usually end up as a little bitch. Okay, last question here. Khang, there's really old saying from my country that I just made up. If you don't get off your ass, you not get the money. Johnny said, Khang, how do I find a good title company? John, let me do you a favor, man. I don't care what states you're in. And I actually only share this with my students, right? But here's what I'm going to do. Johnny, if you DM me, oh, shit, I can't. Okay, no, actually text me. Here's what I'm going to do. I have a title company that works nationwide. And they know all about wholesaling, right? They know all about assignment, so you don't have to find them. I don't care what city, what state you're in. They operate almost in 50 states. I think there's only 2 or 3 states that they don't work in. And I'm willing to share them with you. And here's all you need to do, my friend. And if this does, text me. Text me title company. Text me to 1-206-208-0676 and say, Khang, I need a title company. Don't need to tell me what states you're in. Just say I need a title company. I'll send you their contact info. And you're welcome. Okay? Now, for those of you who say, hey, Khang, I've been following you for a while. I've been watching your content, man. I read your book. I listened to all the podcasts. I watch all the YouTube video. But Khang, I still need help. I am one of those who needs a hands-on mentor. I need a GPS. I need you to take me by my hand and show me the rope one step at a time. I want to become one of your students. Here's your opportunity, my friend. All you need to do, now it's not for everybody. I want to let you know that. I'm only seeking for those of you who have the work ethic, who's committed, and who's ready to make an investment into themselves, to change themselves, and most importantly, helping you change your bank account and become the next millionaire. So all you need to do is go to coachwithkhang.com. Please be honest on the application. Fill it out. One of my team will get on the phone. They'll call you and see if my Wholesale Community Academy and you, if we're a good fit for each other, okay? I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. Thank you so much. Until next time, you guys, take care. And you all know what time it is. Let's go get this money. Peace. I'm out.